Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole if you're new, and I love sharing my home cooking with you. So today I'm super excited because we are working on a Nutter butter cake, but a nice shortcut cake because we're using a yellow cake mix box today. So I'm hoping this is gonna be super easy. Have I made it before? No. But I have the items on hand. So if you follow my clearance haul videos, I didn't include this in a haul, but you would know that I love to do clearance shopping, discount shopping. So I found this yellow cake mix box on clearance at Walmart last month, I believe. And I have this whole family size pack of Nutter butters, which my husband has already opened. From my local discount store. I think we paid like $2 for this. So I thought I'd just go ahead and whip us up a cake. Let me grab my apron. Now, if you follow my Sunday dinner series, you would know that when I'm making desserts, I typically, or I've been trying to make them, you know, on the lower calorie, higher protein side. But today I'm not going to do that because my husband and I just had our wedding anniversary recently, and he got us some really yummy Mediterranean food for dinner that night. We love Mediterranean food. He had the chicken, I had the beef shawarma in a warm baguette. It was so good. So I thought that I would do something special too and make our dessert, and we all love Nutter butter. So this will definitely be a little more on the indulgent side for us, but not something that we have very often. So I'm okay with that. So this is supposed to be like a quick and easy recipe, and it's gonna have homemade peanut butter frosting on it. Even though we're using the box cake mix, we are gonna add a few things to it. So first, I have my cake mix in the bowl, and I'm adding half a cup of peanut butter. Oh, I actually forgot to mention as well that I got this entire jar of Skippy. This is reduced fat, creamy peanut butter, but also from my local discount store. So I paid very inexpensive price for most of these ingredients in this cake actually. And I'm gonna add my half cup of peanut butter in. I also have 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and 3 whole eggs in here. I'm adding those in. I'm adding 1 1/4 cup of just some water, filtered water. And I'm going to beat this with my mixer on medium for about 2 minutes. That's done. Our batter looks like that. Really simple. Now, this recipe, I'll go ahead and link it down below if you're interested, but it's meant to fill 2 9-inch pans, but I only have 2 8-inch on hand, so I'm gonna use these. It might take a little longer to bake, but I'm okay with that. So I'm just taking my pans and spraying them just a little bit of my Baker's Joy spray. And these ones kind of cool, but they already came with their own little circle cutouts. So I'm gonna plop those in there, and they have the pull tabs, so it just makes it easier for you to pull out your cakes when the time comes. And we're going to pour in our batter. I'm so glad this came together so easily. Half and half, hopefully, we'll see. I'm not great at measuring halves. We'll just do our best. And this little box cake mix, such a nice shortcut. And for me, great deal. So if you are doing the 9-inch baking pans, this should be going in for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. So we'll see how much longer mine takes with the 8-inch pans. Hopefully not that much longer. But once we hit the 30, I'll continue to watch it. And I'm just going to slam them a bit. See how the bubbles, air bubbles are popping. All right, let's get these in the oven. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the ingredients ready to go ahead and start our peanut butter frosting. So like in the picture for this recipe, there's a little bit of piping done on top. So I'm gonna try and do some myself, really simple piping though. to help hold our Nutter Butters on top. And kind of cool, I got this 18-piece cake decorating set. It comes with the piping tips and the kind of the couplers and some disposable piping bags. I got this for 90% off clearance at my Walmart. I want to say it was maybe a part of Easter, after Easter clearance. I don't remember, but I got it for 90% off. So much savings in this cake. I love it today. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash some of these pipes so that we can get started on our frosting. For our frosting, we're gonna do 4 cups of powdered sugar. Get that into my bowl. I'm gonna use my same Skippy peanut butter, and we're gonna add 2 cups. Add that into my measuring cup. My favorite peanut butter is actually crunchy, not creamy. My husband likes creamy, but I really like the nuts inside. So I do actually have my own like peanuts on hand in my cabinet. So I might even sneak some in between our cake layers a little later. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, I just really like the texture of having actual nuts in there. Okay, now I just added 1 cup of butter in there. That's 2 sticks for me. I'm using unsalted, I'm using salted because that's what I have on hand. Although I think the regular recipe calls for regular unsalted butter. And I have 6 tablespoons of milk in here. And we're just gonna beat this for about 3 minutes until it's light and fluffy. So I had to switch from my hand beater to this guy here because my hand beater totally gave out. That's fine. Luckily I have this one on hand. So this is what our peanut butter frosting looks like. It's like nice and fluffy now. I'm gonna give this a little taste. Oh my God. This frosting is so freaking good. It's so peanut buttery, but like sweet, not super sweet. Dang. I'm super excited for this because this is delicious. Make this frosting. Okay, it's been 30 minutes and we just took our cakes out. Toothpick came out clean. So I'm just gonna let these sit in here for maybe 10 minutes. They're a nice color. And then I'll go ahead and pull them out and then place it on my drying rack until they are completely cool. And then we can start frosting. Okay, so our cakes have been cooling. I went ahead and inverted them to cool a little quicker. But now I'm gonna go ahead and level the cakes just a bit so that they sit a little better on our plate. So just gonna take my serrated knife. And don't worry, this won't go to waste. My husband and my toddler will love to eat this. It smells really peanut buttery too. I love that. So let me just get this side going. And I think we'll wait maybe just a couple more minutes of cooling before we start the frosting on here. Next, I'm gonna take some of my dry roasted peanuts. These are unsalted. Take maybe that much. It's like 1/4 cup, I think. And pull out a couple of our Nutter Butters because I do want to add a little, this is not in the original recipe, but I do want to add a little bit of crunch to my cake. And I'm going to do that by adding some of these chopped up peanuts and crushed up Nutter Butters in between our layers to make sort of a nice crunchy filling. I think that's just something easy you can do to add a little bit of extra. And maybe one more will do it. We'll just mix this up, set it aside. All right, so I went ahead and took my cake, place it on my plate. I just put a little bit of the peanut butter frosting on the plate just to help this layer stick nicely. I think we are cold enough. So I'm gonna add a thin layer to the center. Maybe not super thin, but good enough. And smooth it out. Maybe a little more. And I'll also do just kind of a border on the sides. Probably should have done the border first. But I got to my clearance Piper and coupler. And I filled this bag with some of my frosting already. Just so that we have some reserved and I don't use it all before getting to do our top. Now we're gonna add our little chopped up fillings. I have them in our bowl here. And I'm just gonna sprinkle everything liberally, like that. Make sure we get lots of nuts, lots of crunch in here. Now press it down slightly. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of this so that it's sort of glued on our next layer. Don't know if it's necessary, but we'll go ahead and do it. All right, let me grab our second layer. Right on top. Just like that. This is quite a tall cake. Let me tilt that so you can see. Quite tall. Okay, so I had to step away for a second. My little new helper just woke up from his nap, so he decided he would like to help.
You talking on camera?
Yeah. So I'm gonna here, you can taste a little bit of the frosting. Tell me what you think. Okay, so I'm gonna take the rest of our frosting, add it to our top.
That's the chocolate cake?
This is peanut butter. Oh. You like peanut butter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know.
I want some more.
You want more?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yay! I want more frosting.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, smooth it out on my top.
I want more.
Okay, hold on. And then I'm just gonna do this, you know, like rustic style, like I made it at home.
And let's go.
I'm gonna bring it down.
Okay.
And then just start covering just like that.
I get the frosting and cake. Mama.
Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to put you down so you can see what our frosted layers look like. Very rustic, like how I was hoping for.
Yay!
Yay! And a lot less work.
You make a cake?
So now I'm just gonna pipe some swirlies on the top
Mama.
so that we can have little beds for our Nutter Butters.
We're here too. Down.
Another one?
Down. There's chocolate with there too.
Right there. This is peanut butter frosting.
Oh, you mix it up?
I'm gonna take some of my Nutter Butters. I just broke them in half. And I'm going to place them
Okay.
just sticking out.
Okay. Just sticking out.
Of my little mountains like that.
Yeah, with that.
One right here and one, I guess, in the middle. Okay. And I'll take some of my extra peanuts, place them on the top like that.
Yeah, on top.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's it. All right, everyone, that is it for this video. I cannot believe how delicious this little cake mix box hack is for this peanut butter cake. It turned out so good. Highly recommend you make this cake, and do not skimp on that peanut butter frosting. I was a little worried about using a box, but it actually came out really good, really moist. I think that peanut butter really helps. Do not miss out on that crunchy layer with the chopped peanuts and Nutter butters crushed in there. Everything about this cake was so good, and it could not have been easier. Like I said, I will drop that link below if you want to check out this recipe. My toddler, because he was helping, he got first bite and really devoured his slice. Now I'm gonna go show my husband his little anniversary surprise. If you want to see more of my home cooking, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the videos I got coming out soon. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.